I wouldn't say I was freaked out about it this week, but it definitely makes you depressed when you start seeing all the things that you potentially can't do.
You're alone again. I shouldn't be thinking of you, thinking of me. I know you're not.
Greetings, people. This is Mike, and this is the dailyBred podcast coming to you, recorded on my couch in my living room in Raleigh, North Carolina, downtown area on a Monday evening. Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about this fun thing that apparently a doctor said I may have. It's this thing called interstitial cystitis, and it's basically another term for like a painful bladder thing, I guess. It kind of just slowly started happening over the last like 4 or 5 weeks, and I finally went to a doctor to talk about it. So it's interesting just sitting here talking to nobody and just telling about this medical issue I potentially have. It's not like 100% been diagnosed, but it's what the doctor's guess is from the general physician. And I totally love when I go to a doctor and they're like, "We don't know what this is," and or they tell you what it is and they're like, "We don't know. There's no cure for this. You kind of just live with it." And it's basically you just kind of feel uncomfortable in the bladder area. You feel like you've just been doing sit-ups all the time, and this is completely brand new. And I was just been doing a lot of research about it, and it seems that it's kind of like diet related, and the main takeaways are the things that affect it are caffeine, tea, carbonated drinks, sodas, acidic foods, spicy foods, alcohol, and that seems to be it, which is like everything I fucking like. Spicy foods I'm fine with, like I can not have them. Citrus foods I'm fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure when I have mixed drinks and they have like some kind of, I don't know, like an orange rind or something in it for a old fashioned, that's gonna be sucky. But the what else is I don't really care about. Sodas, I don't drink soda. Carbonated drinks, I mean, what the fuck? That seems so weird. So basically, and I mean, obviously caffeine, because I drink cold brew, it's my favorite, and I have it every day, so that's interesting. And then alcohol, I mean, my God. So, I found out about it on Monday, and then I feel like it's like you feel bloated too, like your stomach just feels, again, you feel like you do sit-ups all the time, and you just feel like bloated. You just feel like you've just eaten a lot of food, and so it's like kind of a stomach pain thing. And this has never fucking happened to me. This just happened recently. And I started doing this running challenge with my buddy, but I had to stop because apparently that makes it worse. And I was on day like 40 something out of 90. And I noticed in the beginning when I started running, I basically just, this is a lot of information, but I was like, I just really got to pee a lot. And it was just weird. And I would say like right now I'm probably at my heaviest, even though I've dropped like 5 pounds in the last like 2 weeks, which is pretty dope. But I would say that has something to do with it. I would also say that my diet being pretty awful for a while has something to do with it. So I'm hoping that if I can drop like 10, 15 pounds, this will help this because I mean I think weight loss helps with chronic anything in general. But yeah, so that's that. This has been quite fun. I mean, all I've been doing is researching about this, and the reason I'm doing this whole episode about this is because there's not a lot of shit out there about this about for like guys. The majority of this stuff happens to females. It's like 90%, and it's just rare that happens to a guy. So it's not 100% diagnosed that this is exactly it. I still got to go to more doctors and have them let me know. But if it is it, then there's really not a lot of information out there. There's one guy, he did a video about it, and there was some doctor that he reached out to where she had him do like a Lyme's test, and that came back positive, so she treated it like that, and it seemed to help this guy. But this dude made this video in like 2012, and there's one girl has this really pretty good video. It's about she's a vegan cook, and she's vegan basically just because it helps with this. And you can Google it. It's just like just look up IC, ice like people with IC, like capital I, capital C. So I've been just like going down YouTube trying to find people who have it, and then people were managing it. And so like, and also stress is a big factor, and I've been pretty stressed out the last couple of weeks because I've had all these projects come in for my animation company, drive80.com, drive80.com, where I do explainer videos. And recently my biggest thing is Instagram stickers for realtors. And luckily people have been reaching out, so I've been busy, but I'm also stressing out like, trying to manage that. So apparently stress is really awful for this. And that's fun. And then you look it up. It's like, how do you deal with this? It's like, well, meditate and go for walks. It's like, what the fuck? Get acupuncture. Just calm the fuck down. I don't really see that as being a. I mean, if that's it, and if that really does something, then that's great. I haven't really tried any of that. I haven't really tried meditating. I mean, I can meditate, and it's pretty easy for me, but I haven't tried that. Um, I will say that like last week, so this happened on Monday. Mondays I typically take like a night off. I don't really go out anywhere. And then Tuesday I was a little concerned. I just felt again my stomach just felt bloated, so I stayed in. I didn't drink that night. Wednesday I didn't really do much. Thursday I go out and I just like casually started just drinking bourbons, and that just really added up. And so Friday morning I felt like complete shit. And then Friday night I don't know what I did Friday. I don't no, Friday I didn't drink. Yeah, Friday night I didn't drink because I was just nervous about it. Saturday I went out, had like 2 glasses of wine, and that was it. And then so then I thought, so it's like your brain starts going into damage control, or what can you do that's gonna help, or like how can you dip your toe into the things that you can't do, but maybe there's a better version of it. So I tried to stay away from beer. I tried to stay away from kind of try to stay away from bourbon. But then Sunday, then I had sushi on Saturday, and I think the rice really fucked with me because I just felt like I think I was stressed out yesterday, and my stomach just felt like super, just like, again, the rice just filled me up, and I feel like that was just sticking around, and just like, I was like, ugh. Plus the stress of it, like I said, that didn't help, and, but then you start thinking, like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then if you have this thing, you can't get rid of it. But then that one girl who did the videos who's vegan, she does all these recipes, vegan recipes, and she did this video about her whole deal with it. But I mean, her symptoms were worse because she couldn't even get the fuck out of bed. So there's people who have it really bad, and I'm just and then it makes you just like have to pee a lot too. And the people that I'm like the stories I'm reading or watching, like they're consistent, and I mean they can't even drive far, and that hasn't been the case with me, so that's pretty good. I mean, I think, I mean, a Monday when I woke up, I'm sorry, I went to the doctor on Tuesday, but Monday when I woke up, I had gone out all weekend, so I basically was just like fucking just peeing every drink that I had out on fucking Monday. This is so graphic, I get it, but it's whatever. Uh, you decide to press play. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is because it's like it doesn't seem like a lot of guys talk about this, so maybe this is helpful for guys out there who have this. Again, I don't know how much 100% have it. It hasn't been diagnosed, but that's the path it's going down. So if this is it, then hopefully this is helpful for people to maybe share their story, and so I can learn about it. Because I'm really doing this to get information, because I know people out there. I've said things before, like when I was talking about last year about my dog having seizures, people reach out to me and they were saying that their dog had seizures and this is what they went through. So this is like kind of me fishing for, it's like me educating about what's going on, me just talking about my life, and then also me fishing for any information from somebody who's fucking dealing with this, and they can give me some info and like, this is what helps, this is what sucks. And yeah, so that's really what I'm looking for. But I mean, today, like, so then yesterday I went out and I was just drinking white wine all day. And then all my friends are just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's like I just can't really have beer right now. It's just not. It's just messing with me, and I'm gonna try this. And then last night, it's like I had a chicken sandwich last night, a salad with like a mozzarella tomato, and the tomatoes are bad too, apparently, because it's citrusy or something, or tomatoes are really bad for this because they just are very acidic. But that was in the salad, and they had like red onions, and then I had this potato salad, and then I woke up this morning and I was tired because I also woke up at 4 o'clock because I was stressed out and couldn't get back to bed for like an hour and a half. But then I woke up, I was a little tired, and I just made myself go to the gym, go to this CrossFit Invoke in Raleigh, and I went there at 11:30. It felt great, and my stomach didn't feel bad. Like all these other symptoms, like they weren't really present. And then when I left the gym, I went and got a coffee, came home, and then like as the day progressed, I started feeling just a little bit more like, oh, okay, here it comes. So I'm thinking that coffee is definitely a factor, which sucks. I mean, the good thing is that I'm not like keeled over on the ground, but it's just kind of like irritable is really the term here. And I'm sure over time it becomes manageable because it's just if the peak of this, if it's just where it is now and that's as bad as it gets, then that seems okay, but it still sucks. I did try last night or the last 2 nights. I did try CBD oil. I bought a bottle of it in town, and so I'm trying to think of all these natural ways. I don't want to take fucking medication. The procedure to see if this thing is real is fucking insane. You Google it, it'll show you. And so I'm trying to find these natural ways of cutting out things and losing weight, and then trying CBD, try natural things. And then a buddy of mine too last night, like my stomach was really bloated, and he gave me a hit of his pen, which typically I'd never. I'm not a big smoker. I'm not a big weed smoker, but he gave me a tiny hit, and it actually like it helped my stomach. So that was interesting. I mean, literally, like it just calmed my stomach down. So I'm just, I'm hoping this isn't it. I'm hoping, I don't know. I mean, I got the got the second shot a couple weeks ago, and someone was telling me that their joints were hurting or they felt inflammation. So I don't think that this did that, but and I don't want to cause a ruckus about fucking the vaccine because enough people are freaked out about it. But who knows? Like maybe this is just something that's happening because of that, and it'll go away. Maybe it's just like inflammation that my body is. Maybe it was in full on war mode where it was like, all right, well, we attacked this protein that was injected. Let's go see any other things that are going on in the body. Like, oh, what's that? And then maybe my body's just going full force and just beating the shit out of something. So who knows? But yeah, so again, but drinking white wine seemed to be helpful. Eating rice did not. Having rice and sushi, digesting that the next day didn't seem like it was very cool. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to turn vegan, but if that girl is right, and because the girl in that YouTube video, she she went vegan because of this, and it helped her completely. Like she was like, my symptoms are basically gone. I don't really see a world where I'm going to quit drinking, but cutting back, I mean, obviously that's fine. Um, but who knows? So this is just something that just was top of mind, and I really wanted to talk about it because I could talk casually about it, but I wouldn't say I was freaked out about it this week, but it's definitely makes you depressed when you start seeing all the things that you potentially can't do. Exercise does help, which is cool. So I bought this new bike. I think I talked about this last week, and I've been going on these Wednesday bike rides with this brewery that's a block away from me, and that seemed pretty cool. So it like helps your stomach kind of like detensify or like just relax. Um, yeah, but if anyone out there has information about this, or if you have it or know someone who has it, like you just message me on Instagram at your dailyBred, BRED, and just let me know any info. I don't really want any doom and gloom messages like, "Oh, this sucks. This is the worst." Like I'd like to have informative ones of the things that do work or resources that are helpful for this, because that's or anything is helpful. Like that's cool. Again, but this might not be the actual thing I have, but my stomach is hurting, and a doctor said that this, they're in their diagnosis, they recommended that or suggested that this is possibly it. So that's just like, but so yeah, so that's it. Go check out the Instagram, your daily bread, BRED. Share it with people, and yeah, I'll keep you updated as my life goes on. Goodbye.